Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NXT review for the 16th of November, 2010. Luckily, the ladies' season is almost over just because, honestly, no offense to some of the women in there who are very talented, but the presentation of the season and how goofy they are made to look made this season especially hard to watch. Again, more of the highlights of the Oksana and Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust Wedding. We're down to only 2 or 3 people left. Oksana is left, AJ is left, and Naomi is left. AJ and Caitlyn, for that matter. AJ is one of the best of the bunch. Basically, they do a bunch of talking, competition standings. Oksana needs a bit of a win. Goldust claiming he wants a divorce comes out, and he's out there as a judge, and ultimately basically, they just waste time with Matt Striker doing a bit of the talking. AJ wants to go heads up with whomever, wherever, and Goldust they're doing what they first thought of their pros, or what the pros first thought of them, just random words, kind of like this is a game show, and it's kind of there, and ultimately just a time killer. I'm not covering, and people have said, why aren't you covering the stuff in detail? Honestly, I'm not covering it in detail because it rewards this bad behavior, although Michael Cole with Eliminate Me is funny at the ringside area. We kind of go into highlights, and then nearly a third of the way into this program, we get a match in the ring finally, about 15 minutes into a 45-minute show. Vicky Guerrero comes out. She's continuing to do her excuse me bit, and Caitlyn and Naomi are in the ring with each other. Naomi with a good side roll there and a shrug off tackle. Big drop kick under the chin, and Naomi looking good here. I think they're trying to give, to be honest, I think they're trying to give Naomi a good run at this point. Sit out full Nelson, I wouldn't say slam type maneuver, but that's basically the idea, is get the full Nelson type hold on and then a full body scissors. We kind of see a roll around basic thing there. Ultimately, things are going pretty well. Caitlyn still has Vicky Guerrero, Kelly out there in a dress, and match is kind of back and forth. Not exactly the strongest thing we've ever seen, but it's okay for its standard. Big spin wheel kick over the top rope. Naomi probably showing the most athletic ability of the entire season. AJ showing the most personality of the season. Crossbody from Naomi from the top rope, and looking pretty good there. Caitlyn gets taken down and taken to task, and ultimately, Naomi eventually gets the victory. Then we go to highlights from last week. Goldust is pondering over why he married Oksana to begin with, and then we see AJ make her way out. AJ is by far one of the most charismatic people in the industry. Goldust and Oksana make their way out because Goldust is still Oksana's pro, even though she double-crossed him, which in storyline makes very little sense, if any. The attempted takedown and actual okay wrestling by Oksana is here. AJ obviously doesn't need any losses. Oksana takes a couple of shots here, ties her up, and a couple of hammerlocks. AJ goes to the outside when Oksana basically uses leverage, which, Oksana is finally in episode 11 of a 13 episode season, being made to look like a competent wrestler. A little bit late in that area, but maybe they were training her during the, off weeks from when they weren't taping or whatever. Anyway, she does a step over toe hold into a kind of a inverted surfboard and tries to pull her up. Michael Cole is playing a video game on his phone and showing how much everyone should care about this. Anyway, AJ Lee with the octopus hold gets a submission victory, and Oksana taps out. We go more into more talkie, and AJ looks like she is in a really good space. Oksana pleads her case about being left, even though I don't know if her accent is that thick or if she's made to be, sounding like she's unintelligent or underspeaking English. Naomi, who doesn't really find her personality until much later in things, is here. And then we go to highlights for the upcoming pay-per-view. The Bellas and everyone else does voting in the back area, and everyone's kind of talking about which pros should be eliminated. Several times in the weeks that are here, we hear Michael Cole say all of them should be eliminated. I think that's a good thing because the show would be over, but who knows. Anyway, so more hype for the pay-per-view and Survivor Series. Not that anyone at this point cares about Survivor Series. The Bellas talk about how none of the girls really deserve to be there. Not that a few years ago the Bellas didn't deserve to be there. And then we go to the ring edge and ultimately, more highlight video. And we finally find out with about a minute left in the program that Oksana has been eliminated. This will eventually necessitate the divorce from Goldust. Goldust is not sympathetic with her elimination, as he shouldn't be, because he was made to look like a fool. But anyway, therein lies the end of that program. We'll be back with